Well, it didn't go to a shootout, but it didn't end with the Sharks' victory. Sharks lose 5-3. They've lost 7 in a row. They've only won 4 games this calendar year. Okay, we're just gonna start right now. This is Teal Town After Dark. I'll make it stop. Good evening, everyone. It is March 1st, 2025, and the San Jose Sharks lose to the Ottawa Senators by a score of 5-3. We welcome you to this edition of Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame. We do this after every game. Why? Because we like to torture ourselves in the last couple of years. So if you want to be part of the show and torture yourself as well, chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world in the Sharks territory on the YouTube page or the app. You can follow us on the social where Felix did an awesome job gifting the game on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Threads. You can find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you want to support the show to keep the lights on, you can do so at Tealtown USA, or if you're watching us live, hit us up in a super chat donation. I am with Dana. Maybe we wanted to go to a shootout at least. Just you know.
I mean, we don't really need points. More things to cheer for, like Will Smith. Hey, no, but you know what? I had an intro prepared for myself. Why am I holding a makeup brush? I was just telling Puckguy, my husband moved around like desks and stuff for his work setup. My lighting is horrible right now, and I was gonna put on blush and then say, oh, even with this, I look, I'm sick, I'm pale, I don't look alive at all, but still more lively than the Sharks in the third period.
Oh, wow.
So.
All right. You do you. Am I underwater? Does it sound like I'm underwater? I hope not. No, that's probably more of a turkey than anything. And Aaron Jack's bringing up a good point. Top 3 pick. What's to complain about?
See, that's why we wouldn't want it to go to shootout. If it went to shootout, we'd have another point.
It is true, but every now and then, it'd be nice to have a win. As I mentioned, the Sharks have 4 wins since the calendar turned to 2025. And if you take out the first week of January where I think they beat Tampa and New Jersey, they only have 2 wins since January 5th.
I can't believe we beat Tampa. It's so funny. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah. Let's see. Jesse saying, I think we're used to Puckguy hosting. Video quality looks like Dana is hosting. Puckguy signal isn't great. Well, that sucks. Well,
even in a snowstorm in rural upstate New York, I have better Wi-Fi than Puckguy.
This is the first time we've had it looks like black quality from my side. Terrific.
I know you had a streak going of good Wi-Fi.
Right. And I see I'm a little sketchy here. So my apologies. We'll get through this as much as possible. Dana, look at her blushing now like crazy. AOL strikes. I get the highlighter. I'm kidding. Yes, and Will Smith is playing good. Don't complain. The losses will pay off.
Yes.
So, Aaron,
I already name dropped Will Smith.
Yeah, Aaron, I get you. I just be nice to have more than 2 and 2 months worth. That's all. But yes, I get it. The end is near. Hopefully, top 3 pick. Top 4 pick we'll go with, for that matter, will be great. So let's talk about this game where the Sharks head into Ottawa 0-2 on the current road trip. And of course, just to make sure everything was fine and hunky dory, Sens get back Brady Tkachuk among others for this game, because of course, uh, and Dana, special teams are key, and it doesn't help when you
Are
give up
key. They are key, but should they be? Are they key in
they
the right way?
early on. No,
They're key
Shane,
to helping the other team sometimes.
yes, like Shane Pinto
Sometimes.
with the shorthanded goal in the first period to make it 0-0. I mean, Dana, the Sharks were dominating really early on, and
But you know what? If I'm a Sens fan, I'm always betting on Shane Pinto.
oh, damn,
Sorry.
damn. I thought you said it was
Sorry,
cloudy and snow.
I
I
hate
didn't know there was any shade going on over there. Or should we call him Shade Pinto? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I mean they went in there knowing they're playing a team extremely motivated, probably playing some guys who, might not be 100% yet, but because they know that for them the playoff push is real. For the Sharks it couldn't be less real. But I mean, the
Yeah.
Sharks can have fun playing spoiler for teams trying to make the playoffs. Like you can always do that. You can make it interesting. I remember
Yeah.
like during like the first 5 minutes, I was just kind of, getting settled, watching out of the corner of my eye, and I saw the shot clock and had to do a double take because at one point it was Sharks 11, Sens 2, and and the Sens had scored on one of those too. And Vanacek wasn't even bad tonight. Like
No.
he wasn't great, but like I'm just kind of looking at everything like what happened? The third period happened. Oh my god,
Yeah.
this
I
team.
mean, the second period, they looked like they were going to play spoilers, and you have 2 goals in a matter of 4.5 minutes. Tyler Toffoli tried to feed Macklin Celebrini, but Jake Sanderson gets in the way. That tied it up on a power play goal, and then Timothy Liljegren with a grip it and rip it from the point. You've never? Oh my gosh! Apparently, Dana hasn't heard grip it and rip before.
If I heard it out of context.
He got his 5th of the season to give the Sharks a 2-1 lead. But yeah, and who is it? Mike D. You're
I
making
was
a good
just going
point.
to respond to this one.
Yeah, the focus on the wins and losses is mind-boggling to me. I'm sorry. I just wanted to have one, in February or March. Okay. This was a great game, solid hockey by the Sharks. This was a successful game in my honest opinion.
I mean, it
I tend
wasn't
to
the
agree.
worst game.
Right.
That sure is an opinion, and I agree with some of it.
Yeah, because in the third
No,
period happened.
yeah, not a bad game. It's more just like if they had had a shitty first period and like came back from that. Like which game was it like a few months ago? They like came back and it was exciting and they lost, but they came back and that was exciting. But when you are winning and then you just like shit the bed in the third period, like this team has been doing a lot, like it just leaves a bad taste in one's mouth. So that's your opinion and that's awesome. And I also enjoyed watching the game, but third period, just, that's where I'm at.
And we've seen many of them on this road trip where the team, was down 2-1, tied it up, and then lost it with 6 minutes ago, or they were up 1-0, played fantastic, and then lose it with 25 seconds left, and then eventually overtime. I mean, honestly, Dana, to kind of go off on this, they haven't played a horrible game, and I would say the third period tonight was probably, goal scoring wise, their worst they've had. But I mean, this 4-game road trip, they've played fairly well.
They scored a goal in the third period. There's been lots of periods where they scored 0 goals. The plus minus, not great, but
right.
And yes, we have multiple 18-year-olds playing. They're our best players, among our best players, you know? We shouldn't, the
And
18-year-olds shouldn't be carrying the team.
right, you should have some support staff like a Toffoli. Let's give credit to Alexander Wenberg, who's
Sorry.
played
Credit
well.
where credit's due.
Yeah, and one with Colin Graff, he's had a pretty good road trip as well. You know, no, but at least we don't have a sad Bedard. No, thankfully, we just have shake my head Celebrini. I think what was it, a few weeks ago? I think before
Yeah,
the Four Nations break. Jerry, LOL, this season 2 or fewer Shreveport periods.
that is so funny.
Brody,
Who
if
was it
you're
who
watching,
said?
you're welcome for that. I'm just putting it out there.
So
All right?
I heard allegations on Discord that we still use Skype.
No, we do not use Skype. Well,
Yeah, we want to clear up the
find out
allegations.
tomorrow.
The lawyer
Find out
said not
tomorrow.
to comment, but
Yeah. No. But so a 4-goal third period. Obviously, the guys get into some penalty trouble at the end, just on a stupid shove. That Greek gives Celebrini, and then Ferraro takes it a little too far, and then they get into penalty trouble. They get into 5-on-3 trouble, and then next thing you know, they're scoring like crazy. And it was just Brady Tkachuk. 126, a minute and a half later, Tim Stützle, gives Ottawa the lead. David Perron, who's the annoying bugger that's been following the Sharks since he's been in St. Louis or Vegas, that gave them insurance. But late in the game, Will Smith gets his 10th double digits. Eklund and Celebrini each get an assist. Celebrini with a 2-point night. I mean, it's nice.
yeah, great assist on Smith's goal in the third. So I'm happy with, yeah, like things are happening, but it's just the overall narrative.
Yeah. So, yes. And Marty representing Discord, we can neither confirm nor deny. Yes, there you go for that. But again, they've 40 minutes for sure. They played some good hockey. I mean, through 12 periods plus 2 overtimes, they've played fairly solid, and you can't take that for granted at this point.
Oh, he's back.
Did you hear me or no?
Yeah.
Am I really going out that much?
A little bit.
Oh boy.
I'll just tap dance while we wait for your internet to come back.
I don't know what's going on.
I haven't tap danced in 12 years.
Let's see what's going on here. My apologies, gang. That's a bummer that this is happening. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay. I at least it sounds like it. Jesse L saying sneaking into the wild card is probably a 2027 dream. A dreamy, creamy middle 22nd finish next year. Hey, if they're making progress, that's the way to go. And obviously, and we've said this for a number of times this year. One, they're way more fun to watch. Two, they're definitely more competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm so sorry because of the disconnect. I keep interrupting you. No, I was gonna say, obviously, the reason I am frustrated with the result of this game is because I care a little bit more than I might have at this time last year. Seeing generally well played games and embarrassingly isn't the most fun. They can resign Granlund after the season's over. That'd be nice.
I would love for Granlund to come back.
Yeah. I mean, he's stuck with us that long. He's probably cool with being on a rebuilding team.
And let's be honest here too, as well. I mean, we're talking, bottom 2, last place pick. I mean, right now, and let me look at Tankathon. You know, San Jose's at 39, Chicago's at 41. After that, Nashville's at 49, and Chicago has 2 games in hand. You know, and so does Nashville. So there is a gap. There's not a whole lot of a gap as much, but I mean, you're 1-6-3 in your last 10. You've lost 8 in a row. I mean, I unless we trade for Noah Gregor, you know, to get us on like a 3-game win streak, which I think with this team is not going to happen anytime soon. You know, I think we're going to be at the absolute worst, you know, top 5 pick. Absolute worst. I would think top 3 is you know, to me is realistic at the absolute worst position whatsoever. So you're getting a good player no matter what, and that's all you can ask for to continue this rebuild, to get things going. And again, we talk about I mean, you talked last night, all the prospects in the OHL went off. Musty, Haltonen, Dickinson. I mean, Chernyshov had numbers last. Freaking fantastic. If you are looking forward to the future, I mean, and then you're going to add on to that, Dana. I mean, I know you're moving back soon. So.
I have to remind myself a lot of our best prospects are not on the team, and that's on purpose. You know, I have to remind myself.
It could be worse. It could be worse. Jeff with $2 for chat.
Always comes through for us.
Hoping for a win soon. It's been too long. We'll just wait longer. It's fine. Let's just get, you know, a 28-game losing streak, and they'll be great. Yeah, and Semcast, you're like, you looking at Cherney, Misa, Musty, Halt as a 3rd line next year. Goody, Dalcunny as a 4th line instead of a 3rd line would be Boss. Yeah, I mean, that's the best. For you know, and Marty saying, you know, we cheer for entertaining games. When loss isn't an afterthought right now, sure. I mean, the competitive, you just be like, nice. Yeah, and yeah, Mike, spot on. Last year was depressing. This year's exciting to watch. I mean, look, when we've had the 9-game losing streaks and 10-game losing streaks, Dana, last year they were awful. This team is competing. That's
10-0 games back to back.
Yeah, 10 goal hasn't happened, at least not yet. So, yes, you know. So that puts a bow on that one. 5-3 to final. Ottawa gets the victory. They sweep the season series. But again, kids did pretty good. Eklund with an assist. Celebrating with a pair of assists. Will Smith continues his hot run. I mean, I want to say since that Boston game, January 20th, Dana, I mean, Will Smith's been on a heater.
Yeah. Like, pretty much on par with Celebrini. Like, you know, Celebrini's been more consistent over the course of the season. So I think in terms of like who's probably more likely of a Calder contender, Celebrini. But I mean, maybe Will Smith saw the hype of Celebrini and he was like, you know, I'm not the only high 1st round pick on this team.
Yeah. Being comments in the chat as things get going. California Cruising, they're competing for 40 minutes, yes, which is nice to see. Molasses, hopefully at the Capitals, where Logan's wishing for happiness. Hey, we got to happiness, guys. I mean, Celebrini, Smith looked pretty good. Eddie K's 24. Don't care if we get 1 or 3. Bottom line, next season it's time to show improvement. This rebuild, we learned a little to compete. Now it's time to produce. I can agree with that as well. So, you know, nice. You really think Dickinson's going to walk in and tear it up? There's always growing pains.
Be a solid bottom 6 player with potential to grow. That
bottom 6,
I would be,
you know, just how the defense improve. I mean, whatever you play.
Yeah, it doesn't, you know, and send him down if it doesn't work out. Whatever. We have our top prospects, and maybe we'll have one more after the draft.
Yeah, and Dave saying Will Smith is going to be so good. And yeah, here's the other thing too, gang. You know, this is when they are supposed to be slowly starting down because, oh gosh, now the Wi-Fi. I see where the Wi-Fi is doing on here for some reason. Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, I can bring in one of the kitties.
You're good. You're good. But I mean, getting back to Will Smith, this is where the struggle, the slowdown is supposed to be for like Celebrini, like Will Smith, because they haven't played as many games, like in junior or college or whatever. They're still going strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different development routes for different people.
Yeah. Dave agreeing with you, Odef, Dana, Celebrini, Smith are competing against each other, which is
and working together as well. It's the best kind of competition.
Yes. Why are you saying Michael Molasses is not a kitty? No, we weren't talking about that.
Real kitties.
Oh, jeez. Real kitties. Jesse, thank you for mentioning Kudo Rep 1-0 in the second period, rocking the Renaissance Fair themed jerseys. I don't know if you saw those, but those look very fun.
Wait, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, you got to check those out because those look really nice. So good to see the Kudo Rep 1-0 on here. I really feel for Ian tonight.
Oh no. Pour one out.
You've seen it. Yeah.
This is water. Gotta stay hydrated.
That's water. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's just water. But yeah, poor guy. He's had a lot of travel issues to get to Ottawa to watch this game, and yeah.
Yeah, the weather in this, I guess I'm kind of far from Ottawa, but like it's been very snowy. Just that whole, eastern upper region.
And
now we don't have FAA anymore. So flying is.
And Lammy, you poor thing, you saw a tough overtime loss in Montreal, and then you went to Ottawa and saw that third period.
Met Ian in person.
Yeah, hopefully you two ran into each other. If you could share some Sharks gear with Ian, that'd be great.
Yeah, tell us, what was it like meeting Ian? Is he nice? Whenever like your friend meets a celebrity, you say like, "Oh, are they nice or were they mean?"
Yeah. Jesse is saying, "Let me know what he signed up for." Oh, come on. All right. Well, with all the alleged difficulties that we got going on we'll get out of here on that. In case you miss anything or you want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll put it up on the audio side very shortly. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit that like button, that woodish glove or the teal glove button, whatever you like. Hit that subscribe button on the way outdoor. Hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we do go on the air after every single Sharks game, home and away, regular season, playoffs. So with that, we have a cat.
I thought I muted, but then she starts screaming into my headphones. Okay, this is not the one I should have picked up. That's the bite one. It's Margie.
Hi, Margie.
I'll go grab Giggy. She'll let me hold her.
Oh boy. All right. Quick propaganda note. Pucknologist returns tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Right here on the YouTube channel live. AJ will be here to break down the week that was in Sharks hockey. Now that we had a full week back, who knows who will follow. We'll be on with him tomorrow. Be a surprise. Who knows? And And speaking of surprises, there's Gigabyte.
What are your
Hi,
thoughts
Katie.
on the Sharks, Giggy? What
The
do you think they'll
phone's,
be like next year? Should they
they'll be
go for
better.
another high draft pick?
Hell yeah. Gigabyte with the extra analysis there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Giggy. Thank you.
Do we think Toffoli gets to look at player safety for the cross check? If he does, that's the weakest cross check I've ever seen. I thought there should have been an interference call on Sanderson for the check on Will Smith. Cruzen, you're going to the Avs game on Thursday. Oh man, let's hope he can pull it out. So we'll see. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, the CUDA nameplates are in an awesome font. Yeah, it's very fancy for that Renaissance night jersey. So head on over to watch the CUDA take on the Henderson Silver Knights. And again, we'll be back with you on Sunday for the Pucknologists at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then Monday against Toronto. Wonderful. So for all of us here, thank you very much for watching. Dana, your final thoughts?
Giggy, what are your final thoughts? He said, the Sharks need to play better in the third period. And I agree with whoever said that they should get Mr. Dad Celebrini for strength and conditioning. That is a great point, Giggy. Thanks for thinking outside the box. The litter box.
The litter box, absolutely. All right, Dana, Gigabyte. I'm Puckguy. Thanks for watching. Until tomorrow for Pucknologists and Monday against Toronto. Keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a good night, everyone.